Your goals lie far beyond the attainable, but far behind the front line of the battle of life. This is how Alfred Adler, one of the greatest psychologists of the 20th century, described a timid person who has disengaged from life or refuses to engage in life because of their timidity. Their goals lie far beyond the attainable, but far behind the front line of the battle of life. What does that mean? It means that they desire something that cannot be achieved, but also doesn't push them to engage in life. And that sounds strange because most ambitious goals that we consider as unattainable, highly ambitious goals, push us into life. So what are these unattainable goals that lie far behind the front line of the battle of life? It's the desire for absolute certainty. It's the illusion that you can have absolute certainty, predictability, safety in life. It's the illusion that you can live life without any challenges, that you can live life without entering the unknown. What is the opposite? More constructive side of this. Do your goals lie far beyond the attainable, but far behind the front line of the battle of life? This is how Alfred Adler, one of the greatest psychologists of the 20th century, described a timid person who has disengaged from life or refuses to engage in life because of their timidity. Their goals lie far beyond the attainable, but far behind the front line of the battle and adventure, let's add, of life. But this sounds strange, because most goals that we consider unattainable, highly ambitious goals, actually push you into life, push you towards challenges, into the battle and adventure and the journey of life. So what was Adler talking about? He talks about the illusion of the possibility of having absolute certainty and safety and predictability. The illusion that these timid people hold. And if you consider yourself this person, there is no shame in being timid. This is not meant to shame you, but to challenge you. So once again, those goals are the goal of absolute certainty, safety, predictability of life. The illusion that you can live life without challenge. The illusion that you can live life without embarking on the journey and entering the unknown. And what's the flip side? What is a more constructive, healthier, more passionate way to engage in life? To have goals that push you over the front line of the battle of life. Not goals that lie far behind, goals that challenge you to engage in life, to engage in the battle of life, to engage in the journey, adventure, mystery of life. And for those goals, it doesn't matter if they're attainable or not. We want them to be ambitious, hopefully, but it doesn't matter if they're attainable or not. You know why? Because the ultimate goal of all goals is achieved when your goal pushes you into life. Because that's the ultimate goal of all goals. Pretty soon, when a goal, and a constructive goal, pushes you into the battle, pretty soon you realize it doesn't matter if I'm really going to achieve what was initially the end goal, because I've already gotten the most important thing that I could have gotten out of this. I already got the most precious thing out of this. I engaged in life. I jumped into life. I started dealing with life more passionately, more enthusiastically. I increased my willingness to engage in challenges. And through those challenges, I learn about myself. I learn about humanity. I connect with other humans. I help other humans. Other humans help me. We learn from each other. Those are the byproducts of these real goals, and those byproducts end up being the ultimate goal of all goals, the ultimate payoff and outcome of all goals. And here I am recording this video at the airport. A lot of people around me, and I'm apologizing for the background noise, but this is my way, I'm guessing, an unplanned way of embodying this message with how I'm dealing with my work and my life, because I would prefer to deliver this message in a more stable environment. And this idea by Adler that really shook me up and really contributed a lot to my life philosophy, this idea deserves a more stable environment, more quiet environment. It deserves me to give you a longer dissection of it, to hopefully provide a deeper context to it so that it can influence you even more. But that will have to wait at least for a couple of days. Or maybe I will let you sit with this and then in a couple of weeks give a longer, even longer form video on this idea. But for now I'm trying to embody the message by showing you that while I'm on a literal physical journey, but also on the journey of my work, I'm doing this. That is, most importantly, I'm refusing to be held back by certain challenges and limitations, which proves this idea that if you have a goal that pushes you into life, like writing pushed me into life, like sharing certain insights from psychology and philosophy that have helped me deal with panic attacks, with depression, with anxiety, that challenge, that goal pushed me into life, made me live life more passionately, and led me to the point where now I'm recording a video in an environment where I would never consider doing something like this. And I'm not a content creator, in at least in the most popular sense of that word. I don't like recording videos in public. I don't feel comfortable now doing this. But what's more important than me feeling comfortable is delivering the message. And also what's more important than me feeling comfortable is delivering this message today, because it's another day on the road and I just couldn't find any other opportunity to record the video other than this one. So it was either to break my streak or to do this, and I'm choosing to do this. So I'm now getting out of some people's way while they're passing by, and trying to say that the goal that pushes you over the front line of the battle of life conditions you to do things that you otherwise wouldn't do. So for me, it doesn't matter how this video is going to do. It doesn't matter how many subscribers I will have in a month or in a year, because I've been pushed by this goal to do things that I otherwise wouldn't, and to feel the thrill of life. And the thrill of life doesn't have to be flying around the world. The thrill of life can be, as it is for me right now, talking about a message that you deeply care about and delivering that message to at least a handful of people who will care. So once again, friends, consider your goals. Or do they lie far beyond the attainable but far behind the front line of the battle of life? If they do, please let those goals go. Adopt goals and dreams that push you far beyond the battle or the front line of the battle of life. And then it will not matter if the goal is attainable or not. Aim high. But whether the goal is attainable or not doesn't matter really, because it will do its main job. It will push you into life, and it will make you live this life passionately and courageously. Thank you.